If futures trading platforms seem very complicated to you, you are not alone. I know futures platforms seem very confusing. And when you talk about trying to connect them to a prop firm, that really increases your stress. But let me tell you, it's not really that hard. In this video, I'm going to show you how I use Take Profit Trader and the NinjaTrader platform to execute my high probability scalping trading strategy. Let's go deeper. So the first thing I want to do is tell you a little bit about my take profit trading experience, because I have to have a full disclosure. Let me put this full disclosure out there. This is the only prop firm I've ever used, ever. And this is the first time I've ever attempted, doing funded challenges, the whole nine. I've been hearing about them for years. Never tried them. Heard about them in Forex. Never tried them. Used to always hear bad stuff about it, so never interested me. So this is the only prop firm I've used, but I have done some homework. I have since I've gotten into the game. I love to be a student. So since I have gotten into the eval game, I started looking into other companies also. So I've looked other places too, because there's no reason for me to just be married to one prop firm. But looking around, I really haven't just seen really that much difference actually. But I've enjoyed Take Profit Trader. I'll give you two things I've enjoyed about it. Number one, the customer service is hands down. It may be the best customer service I have ever come across. I mean, sometimes they're giving you bad news, but when you have a question or you get stuck on something, they will look into it. They look into it quick. All right. So I gotta take my hats off, to Take Profit Trader. As far as the customer service game go, they might be top anywhere for anything, for any trading platforms, funding firms. I mean, I'm impressed, I must say. When it comes to customer service, I'm impressed. Okay, now the other thing about Take Profit that I've enjoyed, and this actually really has nothing to do with kind of has something to do with making money, but it really has some more to do with feeling at home, having a community. I must admit, the owner sends out an email probably, I think, almost once a day, right? And either he has a great copywriter, either he has a great copywriter who's a trader, or this guy really knows what he's doing. And I have to admit, I enjoy getting his emails, right? And I will admit, I send people emails, and I'm not even a big email person unless it's really, a mentor or somebody I'm really, into like that. But I'll tell you, I've been reading his emails every day. Like, ooh, he dropped an email. Let me see what he talking about, because he be on it, right? I'm just saying, he be dropping some very beautiful trading jewels in these emails. And so I know most people be like, the prop firms don't really want you to make money. They're making money off of you, blah, 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 which is probably true. It's probably true. But I'm just saying, he gives very beautiful insights into the trading world, into the prop firm world. And hey, to me, like, the guy wants you to win, right? That's all I'm saying. This is my experience. I can say what I want. All right. I've enjoyed the trading, positive emails I've received since I've been in Take Profit Trader. Other companies may do the same thing. I don't know. This is the only one I've ever used. I'm just giving you my experience. Okay. Take it at that, please. This is just my experience. But what I will say, since I did look at other prop firms, the one thing that Take Profit Trader has that I don't think anybody is competing with is that 1 day payout. Okay. I've looked other places. I've thought about going other places, and every time, the thing that keeps me home with Take Profit Trader is that 1 day payout. Cause see, once you pass the eval, you get what they call a pro account. You have what you say a buffer. Let's say you have $100,000 account. Your buffer is 3,000. So once you get your pro account, you got to make 3,000, and then that trailing drawdown stops, right? Then it goes up, and everything above that 3,000 is profit. Now, if you get out there and let's just say your very first trade, your very first day of having a pro account, on your very first trade, you hit for $6,000. All right. Well, everything above 3 is 80% of that is yours, buddy. All right. So you can take a withdrawal on day 1. Okay. Not only that, you can take a withdrawal every day after that. They just sent out an email. Again, like I say, I love their emails. They just sent out an email of a trader who took a withdrawal 13 days in a row. Okay. 13 days in a row, this trader took a withdrawal. And I'm not talking about a couple hundred. Okay. It was like 600, 800, 2,000, 800, 7,000. Now this trader was on fire, obviously. Okay. He was on fire. And I'm not saying you're going to have those type of results. What I'm saying is you can take a withdrawal daily with this company. Now I've seen other prop firms, they on that only 2 withdrawals a month, or you got to trade 10 consecutive days, or they be throwing these extra stipulations in to hold your money. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's why I haven't been able to switch to any place else, because I don't like that. Being able to get my money out every day. Okay. All right. It makes a big difference. Okay. It makes a really big difference. All right. But now I got to put the one knock. Okay. Cause hey, there's one knock that I can give Take Profit Trader where other companies don't have this. And that's the intraday drawdown. So after you get funded, okay, you have this thing called an intraday drawdown. And this is going to really hurt position traders and traders who hold positions for a long time. So what this intraday thing, how this works is, let's say, same example. Let's say you were in that trade and it ran up $6,000, right? But you just was at break even. You was going to just get out at the end of the day, right? Something like that. Some people do strategies where they take a trade at the beginning of the session. They don't close to the end of the day. They just let whatever profit be there. Well, let's say you was up 6,000. Your trailing drawdown was, because it's intraday, it's following you on unrealized P&L, right? So you got this unrealized P&L. You up 6,000. That trailing drawdown is behind you. You just at break even, because that's how you trade, right? But it comes all the way back to break even. Technically, you didn't lose any money, right? If this was in your own personal live account, you wouldn't have lost any money. Now you didn't back $6,000, but you didn't lose any money. Well, with Take Profit Trader, you're done. That probably, if I do the math correctly, because I think the drawdown is like 3,000. So if you went up 6, then it came all the way back 6, you got knocked out. So you just lost your pro account. That's the knock. Okay. That's the knock against Take Profit Trader. Most companies have an end of day drawdown, where as long as you ain't at negative whatever at the end of day, you're fine. With Take Profit Trader, it's going off of unrealized profits. So you can't just get up and not take the money. All right. And maybe they have it set up like that for a certain reason. Maybe they have it set up like that to make you more disciplined. Don't leave money on the table. I don't know. All I know is that it can affect certain trading styles. But stay to the end of this video, because I'm going to show you how to get around that. All right. I'm going to show you how to get around that. And my scalp and trading strategy is actually designed that no drawdowns at all even matter. All right. Intraday, or end of day. So stay to the end of the video, because the strategy is going to really help you solve that one problem. And that's the only kicker about it. Other than that, I can't knock Take Profit Trader whatsoever. I like it. Its customer service been cool. Everything else is fine. It connects right to NinjaTrader, which I'm gonna show you how to do next. Hey, when it comes to Take Profit Trader, those are my pros, those are my cons. That's been my experience so far. So how do you get started, right? So the first thing you do is you go over to, Take Profit Trader, right? You pick an account size, right? They got 25, 50, 75, 100, all right? Now, I'm not here to tell you what account size, but I know you guys love getting just sound advice. So I can give you my experience. This is going to be a little bit my advice, because if you look around the space, which I have, across the board, people say go with the 50K account. All right. Across the board, people are going to say to go with the 50K account. Here's the reason behind it, because what your daily drawdown is in ratio to your target profit is similar. It's a little less than a 1-to-1. Like you may be able to lose 2,500 and the goal is 3,000, where on a, say, $100,000 account, you can lose like maybe 3,000, but the goal is 6,000. So you see how the ratio is off. But here's the thing. This is for me. This may just be for me. I always go with a 100K account. Reason being is because I enjoy having that extra space on drawdown. Okay. I enjoy that I can lose 2,200 in a day, compared to on a 50K account, you can only lose 1,100 in a day. All right. And again, my strategy fits into that situation because I can be more aggressive. So on my, let me just tell you real quick, part of my strategy is going for 3 points. I'm using 4 contracts. So I'm risking $600 a trade, right? So on a $100,000 account, I could lose 3 times in a row, 6, 12, 1,800, and still not bust the account. See what I'm saying? Still not lose the challenge. If I had a 50K account and I was going that aggressive, 2 losses and it's over. Okay. So for me, I always go with a $100,000 account so I can have more space on the daily drawdown, you know, the amount that you can't hit per trading day. But that's for me. You may not even be going that aggressive, you know, whatever. So you're going to have to make that decision. I just want to tell you why I like the 100K. Gives me more room everywhere and I can be aggressive. And I'm telling you, I've passed a 100K account in under 5 days. I've passed a 50K account in under 5 days. So whichever way you go to it, I usually can pass one of these challenges in 5 to 10 days, but that's me, of course. Your skill level might not be there. You may need all 30 days. So think about your strategy when you pick your amount. That's the message I'm trying to get to. Okay. The 100K account works for my strategy, right? The 50K account has worked too, but I have to, you know, I can't go 4 contracts. I got to go 2 I got to adjust. Okay. So think about the strategy that you're going to use when thinking about the account size to go to. Don't just look at, okay, this one is $80, this one is $150. You know, that may play a factor, I understand. But if it's not really a factor, if you can get a 100K account or a 50K account or a 75K account, think about the strategy that you want to run once you get the account. Think about the strategy you're going to run once you pass the eval, you know, because it all matters. So just think about that. That would be that. All right. But once you pick your account size, next, you just go over, you log into Take Profit Trader. They're going to show you a login for TraderVate. They're going to show you a login for NinjaTrader. And they're actually the same. You take that login, you log into TraderVate, you follow. It's like 3 things to check and you're good. And then you can take that information and go into NinjaTrader, all right, and log in, all right. And that's it. Also inside of Take Profit Trader, they got a whole video to show you that process. If you feel like I just kind of ran through it real fast, don't worry about it. Again, I said the customer service is excellent with Take Profit Trader. So they have a whole video that shows you that process that I just described, all right. But once you have all your information, then you're over to NinjaTrader, all right. So let's go over to the charts right now. Now I'll pull up NinjaTrader so I can show you exactly how to set up what's called a automated trading system, automated trading machine, I believe, because it's called ATM. I'm gonna show you how you set up your ATM strategy to run my wifey's trade that has been taking the market by storm. Okay, now help. But before we go over there, if you're liking what I'm putting down, you're digging this video, hit that like button right now for your boy. You know I appreciate it. It helps the cause. Love you, love you, love you. Now let's go over to let's pull up some charts and let's set up a NinjaTrader chart. All right, so we're on my desktop and we're just gonna log into NinjaTrader. So here's the NinjaTrader, icon. Now you do have to download this if you were not using NinjaTrader before. You went with Take Profit Trader, you have to download that from the NinjaTrader website. Very easy to do, no problem. Once it's on your desktop, you just download the desktop version. Once it's on your desktop, here it'll load up. Hold on a second, let me get logged in. All right, so you just log in, and here's the part that flips everybody out, because I don't know why they make futures platforms so complicated, but they don't have to be. They don't have to be, but they give you more than enough tools. I guess that's the reason why, but most people don't use all the many tools that they're gonna hit you with. Okay, boom, I don't need that one. I don't need 2 charts up. I don't need the super dom. Okay, so see, right off the gate, you get all these charts that you may not even use, you may have no need for, whatsoever. So I just get rid of them. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. All right, here we go. We got a chart. I'm opening it up. I need one chart. I'm gonna trade from one chart. So For those who are really new to futures, you know, we're trading contracts, and each contract has like a quarter that it's running. So right now we're on the December contract, even though it's October, 8th, all right, but we're on the December contract. So every quarter, so there'll be 4 quarters in a year, that'll change. And so the next one will be, it'll say ES 325. All right, and then ES, is that right? ES 625. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, then 9, then 12. Yeah. Okay, sorry. 36912. All right, so it'll be 36912, and it'd be that year. So right now we're on the December contract, and ES, it stands for the S&P mini contracts. All right, if it was MES, it would be micro. And so you can find those in the drop down, like under indexes. Right here, you can find all the different tickers. Like if we was doing NASDAQ, it would be NQ and then 1224. Like I have, see here, the MES, this would be micros. ES would be what I trade. NQ would be NASDAQ. I believe YM is Dow. So you just have to know, your ticker on your platform. On NinjaTrader is ES. It could be something different if you're on a different platform. So that you just have to figure out, which platform. Okay, so I like, again, right now I'm trading the ES 1224, and that's all I trade. You're free to trade gold. You're free to trade currencies like the euro, which I think is like M68. I think that's the euro. BTC, that's Bitcoin. So you're free to trade other things, and you just have to check the take profit website on the different assets that's you can do the eval with. But I go ES. That's what I've always traded. I like it. There's enough volume. I understand how it moves. So when you just trade one pair, that goes into trading one setup. One pair, one setup helps you get to that money a lot easier. So ES 1220, and then you can just, from here, you pick your chart. Right now we're on a minute chart. I actually like to trade the 2000 tick chart, especially in the mornings, like between 9 and 5, 9 and 4. I'm trading the 2000 tick chart. Now, if I was trading overnight, then I like 1 minute, because you can't see enough price action with the 2000 tick chart overnight. But overnight on the 1 minute, you can see things a little clearer. But if I'm trading intraday, I like the 2000 tick chart. So I'm gonna change this to 2000 ticks, and let me explain to you why. The reason I like the tick chart is because, a lot of people talk about volume, and they have volume and momentum. A lot of people talk about volume and momentum playing a big part in their trading, and they try to find some type of indicators that will show them the volume, show them the momentum. What I found with the 2000 tick chart is that I can visually see it, right? I can almost feel it when I'm trading, because I'm waiting for a certain setup, right? Like for instance, my wifey trade setup, it has a very distinct pattern of, if I'm going long, I'm looking for a green, red, green candle. It's kind of like this. I would be looking for this green, red, green candle pattern. This might be a wifey trade. Anyway, if this final candle is really moving aggressively, and the reason what a 2000 tick chart is it's 2000 contracts, right? So it shows you every 2000 contracts you get a new candle. Okay, so if in the ticker be down here in the corner, if that ticker is going real fast, where you can see that there's a lot of action in the market, a lot of momentum in the market, a lot of volume in the market, I can tell that, not by needing an indicator, I can tell that by how quick the candles are developing, how fast they're moving, how fast they're closing. And so if we like push down and we just start pushing up real quick, and I look down and that ticker is, going from 2000, now it's at 1500, now it's at 5, it's just moving real fast, I already know that I'm about to catch, a strong move. So the 2000 tick chart gives me a feel, what other people use indicators for. The 2000 tick chart gives me that feel of the momentum in the market. So that's why I like it. But let's get rid of some stuff. So all the indicators on NinjaTrader are under this little icon here. If you hover over it, it'll say indicators. So let's open this up. And this volume one, which is I was just talking about, I don't need. SMA, I don't need. So with my strategy, I use one indicator, and that indicator is the exponential moving average. So if you just double click on it, it'll fall down into this bottom section. Well, since it is the bottom section, you can adjust it. And I need a 21 EMA. And we scroll down here, EMA, I can change this color. Let's go with a misty rose. Okay, I can change the width. Let's make it a little wider. Put a 3 on that boy, hit apply, boom, it pops up on your chart. All right, we all set. So I'm set. I got my indicator set. I only use one indicator when I trade, it's 21 EMA. Now, another thing that we can do is let's say we want to be able to tell how far 1 point is, because part of my strategy is I go for 3 points. So if you click over to the right axis, all the way over here, hit the right axis, hit properties. Okay, we can change the horizontal grids from automatic to fixed, and I want it at points, and I want every grid line to be 1 point. Hit apply, boom. Okay, now I know that from here to here is 1 point. Now also, let's grab another little tool here. If we click on this crosshair, grab local, so I can show you guys. So we look over here, this says 79.80. The next one up should be 50. I said 79.80. Where did I get that number from, y'all? That says 57.80. If I go one up, it should say 57.81. One up, 57.81. Now, when I enter here, because I got those grids there, I can say, all right, we're entering here. I'm going 3 points. So I'm getting in at 77.50. I know 57.80.50. Wait a minute. I'm just seeing numbers here, ain't here. I'm getting in at 77.75. So yes, I need to see 80.75. So I already know that 80.75 would be 3 points. So I would win on this candle right here. If I had it entered here, my stop would have been 1, 2, 3. I would have barely survived, but I would have. My stop would have been here, and I would have won on this candle here. Okay, so that's a little helper that you can use right there. Set up your grid. All right, so I got my grid set up so I can see every point. We got our 21 EMA. So the next thing that I want to do, let's see what else. What else? I think that's it. So let's get to the ATM strategy. All right. So the ATM strategy is set up right here. Chart Trader is what it's called. Click on Chart Trader. Hit here to show the Chart Trader. Okay, boom. Now we cooking. So everything here is where we set up my ATM strategy, which I use to execute the wifey trade. Because here's the thing, in the futures market, things is going fast, right? Things is trucking. And so you're not going to have time to enter a trade, set a target, set your stop. And you should, if you were going to do that, you would set your stop first, but enter a trade, set your stop, set your target. You just don't have time for that. You know, sometimes I'm in my trade, man, 30 seconds, you know, I've won a trade 10 seconds, 5 seconds. If you catch that momentum, it's possible to be out of trade ASAP, right? So you don't have time to do that. So the beauty of NinjaTrader, the reason why I've always used NinjaTrader, and other companies may have this too, but the reason I've always used NinjaTrader is because I can set up these automated strategies. It's called an ATM strategy. Okay, so it's set to none. So we're gonna set one up right now. I have some here, but we're gonna just set up a fresh one. All right, so what you do is you click on custom and this box comes up. Okay, now the order quantity, that's how many contracts you want to go with. My strategy currently, I'm using 4 contracts. Okay, remember I'm on a 100K account with Take Profit Trader, so 4 contracts actually isn't that heavy. It's a little heavy, but it's not that heavy on a 100K account. All right, now the perimeter type, these are ticks. All right, so if you don't know, every point in the futures market is comprised of 4 ticks. Every 4 ticks equals 1 point. So when we come down here to set up our strategy, we have to remember that we're dealing with ticks, not points. So I like to risk 3 points, right? Which is actually 12 ticks. So here I get 12 and I'm actually going for 3 points. So 3 points is actually times 4. I'm using 4 contracts. I'm going for 3 points. So 3 points is actually 12 ticks. All right. And if I wanted to set something here to move in, I don't. I just leave this at none for this strategy, but I'm gonna show you this just in case you're running a strategy where you just want to get out of break even. What you can do here is you can add another strategy. Actually, I'm just gonna show you the one I have here for Titan trading. I'm using it. I'm hit edit. So what we can say is when the profit trigger, we can say when the profit gets to, and this one is set for 12. So this is set for when it gets to 3 points plus 1 tick, we will automatically move to break even. All right. So let's just say you were going for 6 points, right? Or you were going for 10 points. Then this might be a good idea to do, so it automatically moves you out of risk, right? So it's all automated. You know, all you have to do is hit the buy or sell market button, or drop a order, and boom, you're in the market. And you know, this ATM strategy does the rest for you. You're gonna win, lose, or break even. All right. So I'll just hit cancel on this because I'm not gonna use one. I don't need one for this strategy. Either I'm gonna make 3 points or I'm gonna lose 3 points. And sometimes if it gets so close to the target but it ain't pushed through yet, I'll just move to break even myself, you know, because by that, you know, at that point, you know, I'm so close to winning, I just don't want to turn an almost win into a loser. So I'll just physically move it myself. So I like doing that better than making some type of strategy. But I could make a strategy that says, hey, if it gets up to, like, just so I can show you, that ain't what I'm about to do. I can make a strategy that says, hey, if this thing gets to 11 ticks, you know, where it's almost about to click me out, boom, move to break even. And then you just save it as, give it a name, break even. And now it's there. So now if I were to get to 11 ticks, you know, 1 tick away from winning, this automatically moves me to break even. That's actually not a bad thing to do. I probably leave that there. That's actually not a bad thing to have. Now, another thing you could do is, let's say you were running 4 contracts and you were going to scalp out on 2 of them. You were going to scrap out on 2 of them, and then let the other 2 run. There you go. So you got 4 total. You're going 2 and 2, and you're going to have the stop loss the same on both. But let's say this one, you're going to go for 40 ticks, all right? You could do it this way. So, and then you can move this one to break even too. You move them both to break even at the same time, right? So you're completely out of risk. This one you scalp out at 3 points, you know. This one you scalping out at 10 points. So that's another way that you can play with this. So I just want to show you that in case you want to do a scalp and run strategy. That's basically a scalp and run strategy. All right. So, but I'm gonna get rid of this. Get rid of this now. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't know. I almost don't remember how. Remove. There you go. So we're back to our original. Break even. So then you would just save this template, give this a name. I'll just leave it as ATM1, hit save. Boom. Now the strategy is here. All right, it's here. You see the order quantity is 4. You always want this to be on good till close. This is the instrument. So if I was able to take a trade, the market is closed right now, so I can't really show you an example. But if I was able to take a trade or wanted to take a trade, if I wanted to buy, I would just hit the buy market, sell market. Now, another thing you could do, you could just hit a, you know,
order submitted.
Put a buy market ahead here. And, you know, if prices come there, boom, and they knock you in. And you can also do limit orders. And so, but if you just want to know how I do it, I just hit the buy market button. I just hit the buy market button or the sell market button, because again, you know, I'll be watching that momentum, you know, and I ain't got time to try to play around with this. If I want to go, if I see my pattern, I know it's execution time, I'll be sitting here ready to go. I hit the buy market button and I'm in. All right. But that's it. We got everything set up. This is exactly how I use my chart to trade my wifey trade. I'm on the ES 1224 contract right now. I use a 2000 tick chart. I set up an ATM strategy where I'm going for 3 points. and I'm also risking 3 points. And that's the strategy. All right. Now I have another video that I can show you on going deeper into it. But that's the overall strategy on how to set up a chart with NinjaTrader. So if you need to set up your NinjaTrader chart, boom. No, one last thing. Oh, I almost forgot one last thing. To actually get connected to your Take Profit account, you just go into connections and you're logged in with their credentials. So when you hit this My NinjaTrader, it automatically pulls you up and you're logged in with all your credentials. All right, guys, you are all set up, so you should be ready to rock and roll. Now, if you want to learn more about price action trading, I'll put a link in the description for you, help you out with that. And if you want to learn more about the wifey trade, which is the exact scalping strategy that I'm using to kill the futures market right now, check this video out right here. I recently did a deep dive and it will put you on the path to increase on the sudden.